Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another Tarot Chat with Jay. I'm responding to a VR video response to Lisa Papez, to Kira Gretschall, and this is called Living in Tarot. Ooh, what a cool concept, living in tarot. Which decks would you create worlds that you would live in? Um, where does your fantasy take you when you look at certain decks, not just to flip cards and divinate meanings, but to, or to do deep journal work or personal um, reflection, but what creates a worldview that draws you in? For me, it was a really easy VR. I'm starting with Shadowscapes because when I fall asleep at night, often I think about a card for path working. And by that I mean, I think about a card and then I see a path and then I walk into it. And everything sort of moves and shifts. And this is very much the case in Shadowscapes. We see mermaids, in a murky depth and water. The Queen of Cups walks on turtles that come up from the depths because she needs them. This is the Five of Wands, and there are four more than five foxes. But when I think of that sort of frenetic fox energy, flipping all over the place, jumping all over the place, just being completely nuts and kits and burrowed and everything. I just think that's such a fabulous description of it. This land also, this is a card, like I said, I fell asleep to a lot. I can imagine that I can hear her playing the music, the harp strings that are strung into the tree itself, into the land itself. She's the Queen of Wands, and the little foxes are down here watching her as well. This world is populated with music and sound and dance and fae, and I just love it for that reason. The second deck I'm looking at is Cat Black's Golden Tarot because it's 14th, 15th century. Look at these bunnies on the path for the Page of Wands, and his clothing, his banners, the little towns in the back, the crenellated tower tops, and walled gardens, and everything velvet and boots and gold. And in this kind of iconography, the walled crenellated tower protects the garden, and within the garden blooms the rose, which means that's when you can explore everything around you, and that's when you can be safe to be yourself and dress how you want, and within limits. I mean, it was medieval times, so you didn't have a lot of choice, but just sort of express yourself in a walled garden where it's safe. And this magician is sort of depicted as St. Anthony in the wilderness, wherein all the creatures are around him and all this energy exists flowing around, and he, like Nikola Tesla, pulls it from the sky with his tools, his energy, lays it on the table and says, let's go, what shall we create today? The next deck we're going to look at is Arthur Rackham Tarot, and this is actually a little strange. It's kind of terrifying, and wells and tangled woods, and it's something about my childhood and where I grew up and parts that still inhabit my dreams. This is the Two of Wands choice, and it's depicted as a pair of lovers that are human and tree person as well. The Five of Wands, she's up a tree with howling, circling wolves underneath, and there's just something so, I don't know, fairy tale and grim, like Brothers Grimm, and dark and grim and uncertain and not necessarily, I don't know, there's something about this misty, rainy, creepy landscape that I would love to inhabit. even though it's, you know, not an ideal sunny paradise. Um, Joie de Vivre is peopled with these strange, strange characters that I'm really interested in. They've got that really odd paradox too, where there's so much happening. Here in the Empress, she's, you know, has her nest and crown and her 7 stars, and she has her little triplicate moon on her scepter and her shield with her Venus symbol, but she also has Kali skulls on her stripy green taffeta picnic dress. It's very odd. And this little look like, spider to the fly, come in, my darling. Um, it's very weird. It's very, very other, and I really like it. And then it's got all these cats. Cats, big cats, strange cats, little cats that spin the universe. All these strange headdresses and extra appendages, and it's just really an excuse for extra boots, isn't it, if you have extra feet? I think it's lovely. There are like keys and brooms and books and little birds carrying feather messages in the air. It's just, I don't know, it's adorable and creepy, but more adorable. um, and everyone's really, not everyone, but virtually everyone is smiling, including the devil and his puppet, including the hanged one, including the hermit and the Ten of Wands. And everyone has these, even if they're sardonic, they still are smiling. So I think that's a nice little characteristic of that deck as well. Light Seers by Chris Ann. This is a really cool deck because, like, I don't have to go to the desert like a hermit or someone who goes to Coachella or Burning Man. I can stay in my house and still, like, dance with these people in the desert, these little hippy dippy souls that speak to my heart. Oh my gosh, this Page of Wands. She's like dancing with a baton, hucking it into the air. I love her little hoodie and her sneakers, and then her little drawstring pants that are printed with salamanders. The whole thing makes sense. It's just like, I don't know. It's really cool. I love this motion. I'd love to hang out in this sacred space with this wild geometry. And these people are very welcoming. Everyone's laughing, laughing, laughing. Really, this Hierophant is like, come on, let's explore the mysteries of the universe. Let's go up. And he's got this gorgeous bind rune symbol of staircasing on his t-shirt as well. Oh my gosh, this 3 of Cups. These 3 people in a field looking at the Big Dipper in the sky, the constellation, and that's to whom they are opening themselves. That's to whom they are pouring their dance and their honor and their cup. And it's just such a beautiful moment here. It's like I want to be standing on the verge with them, and step up and say, yes, I will join the dance. This Hanged one is spectacular. I've talked about this in other videos as well. She creates the sacred 4 symbol. She reaches for the runes. In this as well, the sun soul. The sun symbol is not only in her dress, but she herself in her movement is bringing down that shape, bringing down the shape of the rune, letting us read the rune in her dance, in her manifestation of the sun. Yeah, I would I'd go hang with those people for sure. And then thank you everyone. Lastly, I'd like to talk about Divine Doors. Everything so far has been tarot. Divine Doors is an oracle, but this little deck is like, hey, come on, step through. Let's go. Here's a door. Hey, come on, this one has light. Let's go. What will it tell us? Where will it lead? I just love these open gateways, and it's such an invitation. Much like this VR has been an invitation to sort of step into that magic. And the fact that, oh, awesome. Look at this. Here we go. This is what I especially like. So I pulled a doorway right side up, and I take the two cards, Julie. Here we go. Do you see how I pulled one right side up and I pulled one upside down? And that's exactly what it talks about, that flow of energy, that change of perspective, that hanged one message, that we can take anything and look at it in a different way. I think that's so cool. I think that's so cool. And I want to say thank you so much to Kira and Lisa for letting me open the door to this version of my collection. It has been, if you'd like to join, we're doing hashtag Living in Tarot VR response. So thank you everyone. Have a wonderful witching day. It's been Jay.